Hey, what is going on, guys? It is Enigma here, and welcome to another video. Today I'm going in depth with the patch notes from the January 24th patch, as well as some information to a future Bastion Changes. So this was, of course, the Year of the Rooster patch. Very simple. It's, big event, Chinese New Year, Lunar New Year, all that. There were some general updates, the communication wheel. Now you can equip 4 emote sprays, voice lines from within the hero gallery, and then they can be accessed within the communication wheel in a match. It's very useful. Now you can have more sprays, emotes, and voice lines, which is really cool because I have like 4 emotes that I love, and I just don't want to be focused on one. It can also really help with like machinima, stuff like that. I don't know, I'm just saying. But let's get right into the hero balance updates. Now for Ana, for her biotic grenade, there's actually been some changes to make her significantly less powerful because she is really high in the meta, whatever you want to say. Okay, I honestly don't care, but meta, alright, just like Stylosa says it. But actually the effect duration has been reduced from 5 seconds all the way down to 4. So healing boost on allies, it's been decreased by 50%. So basically, it was providing too much healing, especially when you're using it like on a target with large health pools. So say I hit Roadhog with the biotic grenade, it was healing him way too fast, and it was just too powerful. So they nerfed that, just like Diva would say. Sorry, it took me a few tries to record this, so sorry if my voice is a bit hoarse. Moving on to Diva though, this is actually a big change. It's sort of a very balanced change where they made something of hers very powerful and then made it very weak at the same time. So to get right into it, her health has been increased 200 more points. So it was at 200 and now it's at 400, which is very good for Diva players. But then again, she does have 400 armor, but they've decreased it to 200. So armor, basically, it makes her feel like she has no weaknesses when she has a lot of armor. So maybe like an anti-tank like Reaper, it took him forever to take out Diva because of all that armor. So the changes now, it should help with that. But moving on to her fusion cannons, now the bullet damage has been decreased from 3 to 2. I know it's a 1 point difference, but still it's a difference. So it should feel more consistent now, but her number of bullets per shot has been increased from 8 to 11, so it's kind of balancing it out, lowering her damage while making her fire faster. So, or putting out more bullets per shot. Pretty interesting. A very short one for Lucio, actually. A new hero option to backwards wall ride. Really cool for pro Lucios. Moving on to Roadhog right away. The chain hook, now hook 2.0 has been implemented. Really cool. Really amazing. Can't wait. I mean, it's already in, but can't wait to see where this heads. Now it's feeling a lot better. If you guys didn't know what hook 2.0 is, it's basically where targets are pulled in front of him rather than straight to him, unless he drastically rotates, like say he turns aggressively and trying to pull them off towards him and off of the map. That won't work anymore. And now they're released if they leave his line of sight before being pulled. So maybe I hooked in Ana or a soldier while he's sprinting around. I hooked him and he's being pulled to me, but at the time I hooked him, by the time the hook hit him, he was maybe in another room, or not in another room, but way past where my hook was. It won't work like that. That they fixed that, so it makes more sense. And also there's constant line of sight checks, so it determines if targets are hit by the hook. So now if he can't see them, or it physically doesn't make sense for the hook to go to him, it's not going to happen. So now it should feel more consistent. Now for Sombra, just a small change, but they've lowered the hack cooldown from 12 to 8 seconds. So it was 12 seconds, they've reduced it to 8 seconds, as well as the time it takes to hack a target has been decreased. Alright, so it was 1 second to hack a target, but now it's 0.8 seconds. So this is useful because Sombra has a large difficulty hacking enemies, and even when she surprises a target, like she's invisible, and then behind them she's hacking. Now, it's really challenging to do that, but this change really should help her execute hacks more easily. And you really don't see many Sombras, so maybe we will after this, I don't know. But that's about it for that patch, but let's get right into the Bastion changes coming in the future. So, for the Bastion changes, sorry for saying Bastion changes, they're changing some stuff. Jeff Goodman actually said this yesterday. He's a principal designer for Overwatch. Some pretty cool changes for Bastion mains. I know there's a Bastion main in the top 500. I think his name is like Kelvin or something like that, but good luck to him after these changes. Should make it way more feasible to play Bastion. Now for Recon Mode, they're actually planning on lowering the spread and increasing the magazine size, so to help with general viability in this mode. So basically, Recon Mode is when Bastion is just walking around with his gun out, not the Sentry Mode, which is crazy OP by the way. We'll get right into Sentry Mode. So Sentry Mode, they're looking at focusing this mode into sort of like a more of a tank buster, barrier buster mode, while also making it feel less suicidal to be transformed. So maybe when he's transforming into Sentry Mode, it's really annoying because it's just so easy for him to get killed, especially from behind. So to that end, they're testing stuff like maybe increasing the spread and even removing headshots, but taking less damage while transformed. So that's actually really interesting. They're considering removing headshots overall in Sentry Mode because it is kind of OP playing in Sentry Mode. But I don't know, it's pretty interesting. Moving on to self-repair, which is a really big change actually. They've been testing it for a while now. They're trying to feel really good with it. They're trying to come up with a good point that they want to have it at. And so basically right now, in their internal build that they haven't released, they're testing it out on their own. Bastion is able to use self-repair while moving, and he also doesn't have it interrupted while taking damage. Why did I say moving again? But maybe, I don't know, he's in a firefight with Soldier or Junkrat. He can heal while moving and taking damage. So that's actually very useful because usually you're healing while you're in a firefight and then you'll get hit and then you have to stop healing and like try and run away, find a better spot, heal again, and it's really inefficient. But now that this is going to be very overpowered, they're going to balance it out by making it a resource system, like very similar to the D.Va's defense matrix went originally in the very first beta in Overwatch. When D.Va was in the game, she still is, but when she was introduced, her defense matrix is just always able to be used, and it was just really overpowered. So basically, they made it into a resource system where you have to charge it over time, and then it'll run out of charge. So, I mean, it makes it more of a niche, for more of a niche, rarely used ability, and now it's much more powerful. And it's a core survivability tool. Before, you couldn't really rely on it while playing Bastion, but now you can. So they are still testing it, still messing around. You don't know what's going to be actually finalized when they put it into the game, but they will have a PTR build coming fairly soon. And if you guys don't know what the PTR is, they're testing stuff out there all the time. I have a video on that, so you guys can check that out. It's really cool because you get to try out new maps, sometimes even new heroes when they release the new heroes ahead of time, and it really gives you an advantage for those of your friends that don't know how to do it. So you guys can go ahead and check out the video. That's going to be all for today. Hopefully you guys did enjoy it. I tried something new, doing a patch notes video. I do plan on having more videos out for patch notes. I am planning on doing more variety for those of you who are familiar with my channel. I'm sorry for not uploading once again. I cannot tell you how much, but I never get around to recording. It really sucks. I really think I might just consider streaming because I'm really lazy, and I don't even know if this video is going to go up because of how lazy I am. But I'm planning on doing other kinds of videos, like other games, maybe CSGO, Rainbow Six Siege. I know I've done many Overwatch videos, and I'm trying to add more variety. But that's going to be all. Hopefully you guys enjoy. If you did, be sure to leave that thumbs up. Let's try and go for 10 likes on this video. That'd be amazing. Be sure to share my channel with your friend. And I don't know, maybe they'll find it cool. I don't know, but that's going to be all. See you guys all in the next one. Enigma out. Peace.